What's going on, Tribe Nation? Apache here, bringing you guys yet another YouTube video, and I feel like I have a fairly simple diagnosis to a really complex situation, being really just all of this hate that seems to be plaguing the Call of Duty community year after year. And I started in Call of Duty 4, it was my bread and butter. I was in middle school, it was all fun. I'd get into random lobbies and somebody on the other end, some random person would say, hey, has anybody got a mic, want to party up, things like that. But nowadays, nobody talks in the lobbies. As a matter of fact, I mute everybody, I unplug my mic, I don't even mess with it. And I've heard people, being called fags and get cancer and just all of that. People are really frustrated with the ways that they die in these new Call of Duties. The competitiveness, it's always been there in every single Call of Duty. There's always been trash talk, but never to the extent and hatred and death threats and just all of this that we're experiencing with the new Call of Duties. Well, in Call of Duty Ghosts, it was a lot of people were saying at the time that Call of Duty is becoming repetitive, redundant, and then the developers at Sledgehammer overheard this and they said, well, you know what? We're going to go through and we're going to completely overhaul this game. Here's jetpacking, exo boosting, thrusts, supply drops, the whole 9 yards. The list goes on and on and on. That's not what we were asking for, though. We were asking for innovation, not an overhaul. One of the good things I will compliment Battlefield on is it's good at keeping the core elements of its game while changing and adding things in that don't take away from the gameplay itself. It's not really intrusive to what Battlefield is. And just look at the time leap between Call of Duty 4 and World at War. Completely two different eras of time, but it was still Call of Duty. It didn't change the way the game felt. It just changed the time, the scenery. It added some variety. And I feel that's what we were really begging for at that time. They could have done something, but they really just went way too far off the deep end, and it created a lot of hatred within the community. When you see a guy just exo boost 30 feet in the air or anything like that, then you just feel like that shouldn't happen, and it makes you frustrated, and it makes you want to send that guy a message who killed you and things like that. And really, people have gone as far as to send death threats to the developers over at Activision, Treyarch, and Infinity Ward, but I don't feel like that's right, and I don't feel like people should send them fucking death threats, but at the same time, on the other end, I feel like they're not listening to us. There's this complete huge divide in between the community and the developers of the game where it's almost like we're facing off against each other because we don't agree with them, but then the community doesn't agree with each other, and we're all just butting heads when honestly all they would need to do is leave this future Call of Duty, all of this exo boost jump out of the game. Like, that's all they'd need to do. It's really not even that hard of a fix. Just as bad as Call of Duty did a 180 in the wrong direction, it could do a 180 in the right direction. And I don't even like complaining about Call of Duty because then I feel like I'm whining to you guys, but at the same time, I'm not going to paint this clown face on that says I'm happy with something when I'm really not. I'm always going to give you guys the 100% truth. So honestly, when Modern Warfare Remastered comes out as its own standalone game, I feel like everybody needs to show them and go out, purchase it. By the time it comes out as a standalone game, it's not going to be that expensive. We need to send them a message with our money. I mean, I just really hate sounding like I'm just adding to the negative pot that you hear that's always pissing and moaning about Call of Duty, but if anything, if I'm going to complain about it, I'm always going to offer up a solution. So I feel like we need to show them, like I said, go out, get Modern Warfare Remastered. We need to do something about this if we want it to change. We can't just call each other faggots and tell each other to get cancer in lobbies and multiplayer. We have to send them a message, and the message can't say, hey, developer over at Activision, I hope you get cancer and here's a threat to your family, this, that, and the other. We have to give them a real message that says we don't like what they're doing. So I really hope that Modern Warfare Remastered becomes a standalone game. I mean, I'm almost certain it's going to happen, like almost 100% sure, fingers crossed, but I'm never certain until it's confirmed, and it's not confirmed as of yet. Anyways, if you guys want to leave a like on the video or subscribe if you're new to the channel, I appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your day to watch. But as for now, I'll see you guys later.